Hi. Today I'm going to persuade you on why mental health should be taught in schools. The suicide statistics pulled from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention states that suicide attempts in 2020 for adolescent girls ages 12 to 17 was 50% higher than in the year in 2019. There is also an increase in males as well, up by 3.7%, which is still too high. Why should mental health classes be offered in school? Well, if caught early, students will be able to learn better and graduate. Also, 60% of students with mental illness do not graduate from high school, says Nancy Barile, a teacher at Western Governors University. And to add to it, I myself am diagnosed with bipolarism and ADD. So I did not graduate on time. I ended up graduating with my diploma 2 years later. But it also helps prevent needless deaths by suicide. Students can become more self-aware. Educators can recognize when students need help, and mental illness can be identified early on so the lives are better as adults. According to today's feature on suicide in 2021, Georgia and North Carolina are just signing legislature to do this, and there are only 20 states that require that a mental health curriculum be available. Florida now requires that students grades 6 to 12 receive 5 hours of mental health lessons per year. But is that enough? Also, who has used algebra in the last year for anything but schoolwork? Yet, we had to take it all through school, take a standardized test on it, and spend 180 hours per year in math class. Florida is only offering 5 hours per year in mental health classes. This has not helped me in life, but mental health classes would. Is solving a quadratic equation as important as identifying depression or anxiety? Answer: it's not. Now, parts of the curriculum that the teachers would be teaching their students are the common disorders in teenagers, which are anxiety and depression. Now, the main effects of anxiety are fear of losing control, feelings that they are going crazy, and difficulty in breathing. The common effects of depression are changes in mood, appetite, and appearance. And as a sad story, my mom's friend Kelly, who they were friends in high school, killed herself because she was depressed. And if my mom had caught the signs of her depression early on, then she would have been able to save her friend. But since she didn't, her friend died. Now, the counter-arguments of mental illness being taught in schools is people think mental illnesses are fake, the misdiagnosed eyes. They think it's a plot by big drug companies to make money off of us, and parents believe it should be up to them to teach the kids. One point is that, according to Citizens Commission on Human Rights, one point is that it is true that the job of a parent is to ensure their safety, but many teenagers do not feel comfortable talking to their parents about their mental well-being. Another point is many children could be abused by their parents and have trauma that could be discovered through talking about it with trained teachers and professionals at school. Now, mental health education is the key. Why? Well, because lives will be saved, more students will be successful in school, and adults will have a more fulfilling life if their mental illness is caught early. To conclude, mental health classes should be mandatory in all schools in the United States to provide awareness and prevent future deaths due to it. Before I go, you must remember this. Learning about mental illness early on will stop it from becoming too severe later in life. Thank you for listening.